This one is on benefits of the outdoors because I don't know what it is, but people are scared to death of going into the outdoors. They think that something evil and wicked is out there. And I think that's the demon's way of scaring people away from the outdoors because there's so many benefits. Um, our created world, like all these houses and BS that we have here, I've noticed that it creates a division with us in what we should be. Like I have plants and other things. These actually help clean the air. When you have plants inside, it helps clean out the air of your house. Um, but I've noticed that every time that I've gone hiking or biking or whatever, just get out, it makes me see things in a different light. But these are only a few of the many benefits that are out there. Plus, outside is all of God's creation. And I said in my last video that it's His way of showing Him. I think it's Job that it talks about how the birds and animals and everything, you can see God's hand. A lot of people don't realize that everything outside of our window, all these are controlled by God. Um, all the birds, all the other things. Why do you think that it says, do you not see the birds of the air and the lilies of the ground and all that, and how God takes care of them and clothes them and all that? Well, that's because God is the one that created them. If you think that these things evolved because of natural bullcrap ways, they have never ever been able to prove evolution, because of you can't make a multicellular thing out of a single-celled organism, and that's what they don't want you to realize. Um, they've tried to do it in a lab and they never have, because what happens is the DNA of a single cell cannot make a double cell. The DNA, it has all the components to make a single-celled organism. It does not have the components um, to make another animal. I may go into evolution later. So the benefits of the outdoors. If you look at nature in the outdoors under a lens or microscope, you'll see that it's made of cells and billions of cells, not just a few cells. And they're all interconnected and they all are made by DNA. DNA are long strands of basically coding in our body that codes for organs and they code for how your body functions. And God made it that way. I forgot what, but yeah, if you look up ribonucleic acid, it's basically it tells if you look up those in Hebrew, it points to God completely. So the benefits is understanding it. We understand the interconnectedness. We see it for the beauty. I've lived all over creation. I've lived in Idaho. I've lived in Florida, Missouri, Texas, and all over. And when you get away from society and all the craziness and the pollution and all that, you realize how connected you are to this world. It is there for us to use, not abuse. It is there for us to understand. It's my church, if you will. But we are interconnected. Everything has food chains and food webs, and we're all interconnected. If you took out different parts, which we have, you're seeing the flaws of nature right now. Like, we are living in a environment of monoculture yards where you have grass, which is not supposed to be on the land. But there's a thing called grounding, which is something supposedly, like, if you walk barefooted in nature or outdoors, you can ground yourself in the land. And I've been looking into this and I don't know, but there may be benefits of it. There's an energy connection. I think we're learning more and more that there's an energy out there and that we need to connect with everything else. And everything outside of our door has a soul. And so we are, technically in a way, we are connected to this world through our soul, because dogs and cats and all these animals have souls. And I believe, well, I mean, if they have a soul, then that means that God made them, which means that He is a part of them. Um, so there's definitely an energy connection. It gives us peace. It's a way of escape. There's so much you can do outdoors. You can go for a bike ride. You can go climb up the side of a mountain. You can go spelunking in a cave. You can go. I mean, it's a way of escape. I mean, you can go hiking, and there's so many different hikes, and you'll see amazing things like wildflowers, and you'll see scenic vistas and cool rock outcrops and caves and things hiding right under your nose. I mean, there's so many cool things that you can find. But when you're on a I-70 or whatever main highway, it makes it very difficult. And it's a way of escape. It's escaping this world and the craziness. It's a way of reconnecting with God. I mean, you are in His creation, and it's a way that we reconnect with Him. We can talk to Him, and we're not distracted by sports teams or life's little whatever, so we can connect with Him a lot better. In a lot of ways, it's God's church. I mean, He created it and made it, and so that is definitely a big benefit. We can find things. I found all kinds of cool things. I found fossils while I've been out there. I found little chips. I found projectile points. I have found bones and skulls and a whole lots of other things from the outdoors. So you can find all kinds of cool things that are right under your feet. And all kinds of rocks, from like obsidian and like I found last weekend, I found like this, looks like frosted agate kind of stuff. Um, and the devil doesn't want you to realize the benefits. He wants to, and he is right now trying to destroy the environment through chemtrails and through everything else, because he doesn't want you to survive off the land. Back in the 1800s and for thousands of years, people lived off the land. They grew off the land. They knew how to utilize it. They fished and hunted and used the things that the woods provided. They made everything out of wood. I mean, we have all these things that are tailor-made for us, but there's a lot of uses that we could have used outdoors. I mean, grass you use for bedding. I mean, it's just, the list goes on. It's solitude. It's very nice and peaceful when you're listening to a brook or to birds or to whatever. It provides a time where you can just get away. And we need to break away from our stupid phone. There are demons over our phones and over our electronics and social media and all that. And they want you to be so completely distracted that you're not seeing what's going on around you. Aesthetics. So what I mean by that is you see sunsets, you see critters roaming around, you see waterfalls, you see cool things, and you can play in them, you can skip rocks in them and do all kinds of stuff. And it's even funner when you go on a night moon walk. You can go by the light of the moon or run the light of the moon. And the moon does provide enough light that you can see very easily. I've been on many a park and had moonlit nights, and I mean, especially after a snowstorm, the white reflects the light and it lights it up. You can also forage. There's a lot of medicinal qualities of plants that are out there, and you can forage for different things. There's a lot of berries you can eat. However, make sure that you're knowing what you're doing. So foraging is another fun thing. But other fun activities, you can play in the stream, you can build dams in the stream, you can fly kites, you can find creatures, go on scavenger hunts, skip rocks, wildlife watching, campfires, caving, discover past, exploring, biking, boating, fishing, rockhound, and foraging. And that's only a small list. So there's a lot of benefits of being outdoors, and so don't be afraid of animals. My last video, I talked about those animals during the day. I mean, it's snakes. Potentially there could be a coyote or bear, but if you stand your ground or if you're in a group, you shouldn't worry about these animals at all. The one guy that you would have to if you're up in a watery area is a moose. But yeah, so thank you for joining me. Goodbye for now.